welcome to this explainer. Did you know that buildings currently account for nearly 40% of all global energy consumption? It's a massive number, and honestly, that's exactly why I'm so incredibly excited to dive into today's focus. We're going to look at something that is fundamentally rewiring the entire architecture industry. We're talking about how artificial intelligence is stepping up to modernize, automate, and completely transform the way we handle building energy compliance. So let's just dive right in.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the energy assessment bottleneck, then introduce AI building intelligence, take a look inside the AI engine, talk about automating green building certifications, and finally, wrap up with the future of smart infrastructure.
All right, part 1, the energy assessment bottleneck.
So to understand the solution, we've got to understand the problem. Right now, getting a building energy rating is just a painfully analog process. You literally have to send specialized human assessors out to a physical site, and they end up generating these mountains of scattered documentation. And the business challenges this creates, they're very real. I mean, we're talking about a literal paper trail that can slow an entire multi-million-dollar real estate transaction down to an absolute crawl. Scaling this kind of process across a large property portfolio is nearly impossible, and because of that, sustainability benchmarks stay really inconsistent. It's an operational bottleneck that desperately needs a modern overhaul.
Which brings us to part 2, introducing AI building intelligence.
The number 26. Now, before we get completely lost in the tech weeds, I really want to highlight something crucial. This platform isn't just a random collection of trendy tech buzzwords. It's deeply grounded in reality. The founder, CVS Sridhar, actually brings over 26 years of real-world experience in architecture, sustainability, and project management to the table. This was built by someone who has physically felt the pain of these manual compliance workflows across India and the Middle East. And that means the AI is designed to solve actual, boots-on-the-ground industry problems, not just imaginary ones.
So how does that experience translate to the product? It translates into a brilliantly simple 3-step workflow. The platform totally replaces those tedious manual surveys. Step 1 is just data collection. A user simply snaps some building photos, uploads architectural drawings, or fills out a quick mobile questionnaire. Step 2 is the AI analysis, where the system uses computer vision and machine learning to estimate energy performance. And Step 3, the output. You instantly get a building energy rating estimate and highly specific retrofit recommendations. It literally takes the analog and makes it instantly digital.
Let's move on to part 3, inside the AI engine.
This is where it gets really fascinating. When we peek under the hood at the core system prompt, we see the AI is explicitly told, "You are an expert green building consultant AI specialized in sustainable building analysis." It's so cool to see how it's specifically constrained to extract spatial data and assess compliance with Indian standards like ECBC and IGBC, plus international standards like LEED. It's given a very strict persona and a rigid set of guidelines to ensure absolute regulatory accuracy. It's not just guessing, it's consulting.
And this perfectly illustrates how visual data becomes hard engineering metrics. For the building exterior, the computer vision isn't just looking at a pretty picture. No, it's actually estimating the window-to-wall ratio and identifying if the glass is tinted or reflective. Then, if you point it at a mechanical room, the AI is prompted to identify the exact type of chiller, pull visible energy efficiency ratings, and even spot the integration of renewable sources. It acts as a highly trained set of digital eyes for the engineer.
But you know what? It goes even deeper than photos. It actively parses complex architectural drawings. By analyzing a flat 2D floor plan, it calculates daylighting potential, literally measuring the distance from where people sit to the nearest window. It also analyzes vertical sections to understand thermal performance, like how heat naturally rises in a space, or calculating the ratio of clear vision glass to solid wall panels. It is essentially reading the building's DNA before a single brick is even laid.
Now here is the absolute game changer, what the AI actually gives back to you. It does not output a chatty, conversational text paragraph. Instead, it produces highly structured JSON data. You get specific, clean data fields for building orientation, estimated U values, and strict percentage scores for compliance. This is massive because structured JSON data is the universal language of modern software. That means this output can be instantly plugged into enterprise dashboards, other apps, and APIs. It's ready for enterprise-level use right out of the box.
All right, part 4, automating green building certifications.
So, what does this structured data actually achieve? Well, the AI targets 4 major compliance and sustainability frameworks. It looks at the Energy Conservation Building Code, or ECBC in India, focusing heavily on HVAC and lighting baselines. It targets the IGBC and LEED rating systems, evaluating everything from water efficiency to indoor environmental quality. And finally, it assesses broad ESG frameworks, tracking corporate governance and overall carbon reduction metrics.
It's almost like having a digital consultant sitting right next to you. The AI automatically identifies any non-compliant elements and quantifies the exact energy performance gap. But the real magic? It calculates your achievable points for IGBC and LEED. It tells you exactly where you stand, whether you are tracking towards a certified, silver, gold, or platinum rating, based purely on the data it just extracted. No guesswork involved.
Now, if you're an engineer or a regulator, you're probably feeling some healthy skepticism right about now, right? Like, how do we trust an AI to do this? Well, the system handles that with a really rigorous data quality and confidence scoring framework. The AI explicitly scores its own confidence. A high score means data was extracted directly from official documents or measured data. A medium score means it was estimated from visual analysis. This transparency is key. It ensures users know exactly when they need to verify a metric manually.
Let's wrap things up with Part 5, the future of smart infrastructure.
When you zoom out, the commercial application here is just incredibly scalable. The platform is built on multiple revenue streams. You've got SaaS subscriptions for regular users, enterprise licensing for massive development firms, and API integrations for PropTech companies who want to embed this AI into their own software. This impacts literally everyone, from a homeowner who just wants to check their energy rating all the way up to government regulators managing entire smart city infrastructures. And the user journey? Super seamless. After you upload your details and drawings and the AI generates your score, the platform actually takes it a step further. It has an intelligent green marketplace built right in. So if the system realizes you need a more efficient chiller to hit that LEED Gold status, it automatically matches you with sustainable vendors and can even auto-generate the procurement agreements. It completely closes the loop from identifying the problem to actually buying the solution.
Of course, presenting this kind of incredibly complex environmental data requires some premium design thinking. The platform's UI philosophy is heavily rooted in Tesla-style simplicity and Apple-inspired minimalism. We're talking clean, frosted glass visuals, very modern architecture dashboards, and a crisp orange, white, and blue brand identity. It ensures that a facility manager isn't overwhelmed by a wall of numbers, but instead gets guided by clear, minimalist data cards. Because, let's be real, ultimately, this all comes down to the bottom line for property developers. The AI doesn't just suggest green upgrades for fun. It features a heavy-duty financial impact modeler. It automatically calculates the required capital investment, the annual operational savings, the simple payback period, and it even factors in available government subsidies and carbon credit values. It literally translates sustainability directly into an ROI spreadsheet.
And as we look ahead, the vision for Science AI PMC goes way beyond just static surveys. Their Phase 3 roadmap explicitly states AI-native building intelligence ecosystem, digital twins, smart retrofit analytics, enterprise sustainability platform. Just imagine an integrated ecosystem where live IoT sensors feed real-time data back into your building's digital twin, constantly optimizing your energy use and carbon footprint on the fly. That is the new standard being built right here.
Which leaves us with a final, somewhat provocative thought to reflect on today. Will the days of clipboards, manual measurements, and weeks-long building energy audits soon be entirely replaced by smartphones, AI vision, and structured JSON data? Honestly, based on the highly engineered prompts and the massive scalability of platforms like this, that automated future isn't just inevitable, it kind of looks like it's already here. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope you walk away with a much clearer picture of exactly where the prop tech industry is heading next.